Anywhere you like, take him to, but not my house.
If you do not beat her up, then there is no food for anybody in this house anymore.
You are a strong man.
Say no, enough to domestic violence. They abuse.
Domestic violence is classed on two major aspects. The first one there is the physical torture, seconded by emotional torture. The physical torture has to do with muscles, exchange of blows, using tools, and abusing one another.
That goat, that animal needs to be dealt with.
While the emotional torture has to do with nagging. All are sins and crimes against humanity.
Stop victim shaming. You know, the reason why most of the times victims don't come out to say, oh, I'm going through this thing, is because, you know, at the end of the day, they just get laughed at or get ridiculed, get their tails in the mouths of people who are just going to pass it from ear to ear. So, you know, again, no to victim shaming. But all that we can do, let all hands come on deck on your social media platforms. Join Ami Bene's world to make this conversation loud and clear.
How can you use your wife as a punching bag?
We can define domestic violence in thousands of ways. Each way has its own significance. But talking from my own aspect when it comes to domestic violence, the first thing I want to emphasize is domestic violence is something which is of neither the man nor the wife. It's always on both sides. And it can even extend to relatives, to brothers and sisters. It matters what situation you face yourself in. So domestic violence is when somebody uses forceful because that person is having a lot of strength than the other, or that person is the key to the family success, or that person has some advantages than the others, and that person use it forcefully against the other person.
You know, just recently the UN envoy was in the country, and it was a meeting that was chaired by the vice president's wife, and the whole thing was, what strategies do we employ, what methods do we employ to get this assignment done and end gender-based violence, end domestic violence once and for all. And I know it's a very serious task, one that would need all of our hands on deck to do this one.
That man,
you know, and let's end this thing once and for all.
We should learn how to avoid it and protect ourselves from it. Mainly the victims of domestic violence are the closest and lovable persons to the person who is perpetuating the act. We should avoid it and say no. If it is in your marriage, it is better you give away the marriage and save your life. That is my advice.
Enough of the rise in the death toll, women dying in the hands of bad men, men dying in the hands of bad women. I beg your pardon for using that word, but basically it's gender-based. It's not just the women going through it, it's just that women have a higher statistical rate. So let's all join this conversation. Let's go out there, watch this movie, share it in our platforms.
But by watching this film, it's going to bring you to a conclusion whereby you can either decide to leave or to stay when you are a victim to domestic violence.
I hope this will get into you.
Wow, guys, don't miss this. You have to see this movie. You really have to.
I know that we're in a culture that encourages us to mind our business and take some things as they come. But no, I mean, if you know people going through this thing, and maybe you probably don't know how to say to them, let them watch this movie, and because the movie is really very captivating, very intriguing, very explanatory, simple. I like how direct it is because it just sent the message straight to you, the viewer. I mean, I got the message.
So the location is Top Right Hotel in Abuja, Area 11, Gariki. Please don't miss it. Don't miss it. Get your tickets online, or you come get your tickets at that day on the spot. You are going to be meeting powerful people also for the launching. So all thanks to Ami Bennett that has bring out this wonderful project for us, that we can more get to understand domestic violence. Please, women, stop beating your men home. Men, stop laying your hands on women. Thank you very much.
No to gender-based violence, no to domestic violence, and well done, Ami Bennett World.
My name is Wisdom, the King Mufasa. I'm from Nigeria.
I'm Ambassador Agim Godwin Atto, Nigerian Peace Ambassador to Finland.
I'm Ene, and a special shout out to Ami Bennett World and Ami Bennett Foundation for putting this all together, joining the conversation to end this menacing problem.